Hi everyone, I'm Jodi and welcome to my channel. I'm really glad that you're here today. And if you have been with me all year long, then you are going to be excited to see some of these products make a guest appearance. So what new product launches really stood the test of time? The good news is I purchase all my own products, with the exception of a few that are gifted, which you'll always know about. So I went back to January and I looked at my credit card transactions and counted up every new product, skincare, makeup, and hair care products that I purchased to share with you on the channel, or some that didn't even make the cut because they weren't good enough. There were 327 products that I purchased in an effort to find good products to share with you guys. And of those, which ones were the all-stars? Which ones am I like, oh, thank goodness those launched this year because they have changed my skincare, hair care, or makeup game? And those are the products that I'm going to share with you guys today. And in that 327, 112 of them are skincare items. Any of them that I thought were just no good, garbage, I threw away or returned. If they were products that were pretty good, but I thought, I don't know that they're right for my skin, it's not the right color, then I have donated, I've given away, I've given to neighbors, sisters, friends, and whatever I can recycle, I recycle. I've donated some of them to women's shelters, but I also got to thinking that's a lot of waste. A, it's very expensive that I am funding, but B, it's a lot of wasted products. So I'm going to look for ways to find you guys the best products, or at least give you the best suggestions. Side note, I'm also thinking about in the new year, I built this channel to build a community, so you won't see a lot of shorts from me. I do think people have a short attention span, and I think that's why things like TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts are so popular. But I also think I can't build a community with you guys if it's a 2-second, you're looking at it and you're scrolling. I think more mature women have a longer attention span than what social media is giving us credit for. We have the ability to lay in bed at the end of the night and just indulge and lose ourselves in a 20 or 30 minute long video. I know that's what I love to use YouTube for, it's like the way our parents watch soap operas is the way I view watching YouTube. I don't do it in the middle of the day, but in the evening when I'm ready to just shut down, I just like to watch a nice, engaging video with somebody that I think I would be friends with, that I enjoy watching. A lot to be said, you're not going to see a lot of shorts from me. I just can't build a community with you guys that way. I'm just throwing information and then you're on to something else. So that's the sidebar. Back to the makeup process. You guys are not going to see new products constantly from me. We'll talk about what's new and what you might want to take a look at in terms of more mature, what's catering to our demographic. But I'm not going to try to sample as many as I did this year. But the good news is, of sampling so many products this year, I have identified the top 20 that I am so grateful that I found, because they have for sure impact or changed for the better my hair care, skincare, or makeup routine. So if you're ready, I want to share all this with you. Many of you have probably seen some of these before, but they might be new. So let's get started. First up, in terms of hair care, this just came out about 3 months ago. This is the ePrez. It's a hair care treatment. It's a bonding treatment for your hair. When you buy it, there's a home treatment and there's a professional treatment. The gentleman that started this also co-started Olaplex, and then they did their business separation. They went separate ways. Eric Presley has come up with ePrez. You buy it, you get this spray bottle. It's a bond repair treatment. I swear by this. When you buy it, you get this vial. It's got a really cool little creamy color to it. You shake it up, but then you put it into here and you add water up to the line, and then you spray this on your hair about 10 minutes before you shower. I do it once a week. Now that my hair is getting healthier, I'm going to drop back to every 2 weeks. The other thing that I enjoy about this company is they send it to you in this concentrate so that you can add your water. Now what that does is it keeps shipping costs down for you, but it also helps the environment because they're not using water in every one of their products and then shipping it. So that's extra weight, it's extra fuel to ship a heavier product, and then you multiply that times however many they're shipping. Just having something come in concentrate where you add your water at the end of the process, being you, the consumer, I think that's just smart, and I love that about them. So I have really enjoyed that. While we're talking about hair, once you shampoo your hair, the other thing that I've loved is this Biotin Boost by Hask. This is a dry shampoo. It does not contain butane or propane. One of the things that I learned this year is that most dry shampoos have butane or propane or both in the very first two ingredients, which means it's the highest percentage of ingredient. I don't know about you guys, but I stand close to candles and campfires and stuff throughout the year. I don't need to have butane or propane in my hair because I can just see that ending really badly. Not to mention how unhealthy that must be to be breathing that every time you go to use dry shampoo. I love dry shampoo. I have a need for it. I just don't want it to have propane or butane in it, and this one does not. It's also a vegan, clean, and cruelty-free formula, which I love. And this one smells like lavender. All right, the next one, you guys, if I could buy stock in this, I would. I don't have stock in this, but if I could own this company, I would. That's how much I have believed in this. This is probably my number one or number two of all the products that I've discovered in 2022 that I can say have absolutely changed my life. And I don't say that to be over dramatic. This CeraVe essay has been one of them. As I age, my skin is drier and it looks crepey, and I'm not ready to embrace that yet. I'm just not. So don't judge me, please, but I'm not ready to embrace the crepiness. This has been so great for your skin. Not only, I put it on at night. When I wake up in the morning, I don't need to reapply it. My skin looks great. I can throw shorts on and go out in the summer. In the winter, when I'm in the heat and my skin starts to get more cracked and dry, again, put it on at night before I go to bed. I wake up the next morning, my skin looks great. You can apply it in the morning if you want. I just like to put it on as a last routine before I climb into bed. But this stuff is so good on the driest of skins. Talk about cracked heels. No more. This stuff, I love it. I have 2 tubs of it. This one's almost gone. I keep one here in the studio. Then I put it on my hands right before I start filming. I just love this. And so if you are suffering from dry skin, you don't have to. I promise you, you don't have to. Just give this one a try. I don't own stock in it, but you'd think I did because I don't mean to sell it so hard, but it's been life-changing for me. All right, in terms of more skincare, I've talked about this Hada Labo by Tokyo, the moisturizer. That's the daily plumping, skin plumping gel cream. You guys, I use this as my moisturizer in the morning and at night in the winter. So at the driest peak of my needing for moisture, I choose this. It absorbs quickly into your skin. My foundation lasts so much longer throughout the day. That's what really made me want to stick with it is, yes, I can feel the hydration in my skin when I apply it, but my foundation looks better all day long when I have this underneath it. So I'm a big fan of it. I love it. The complete skincare routine, I'll link it right here for you guys if you haven't seen it, because these next 2 products are also part of it that I've recently changed to, and I don't see changing back in the spring. When I adjust my skincare, these will still be a part of it. They're by SoulCeuticals. This one is the Marine Mineral Plump and Glow Essence, and then this one is the Day Glow Serum. After my toner, I will spray this all over my face, let that really absorb in, and then I will apply this as my serum. This contains vitamin C as well, so this goes on in the morning. I'll let that really absorb into the skin, then I'll go to this moisturizer, let that sit in, and then I'll apply my sunscreen. I love that. In fact, I carry this. There's a smaller one of these. I carry this in my purse throughout the day. So if I feel like my skin is starting to get a little bit dry or just starts to feel like it's not looking as fresh as I'd like it to with the different levels of powder and foundation and things, then I will spray it with this. And it just, I won't say it brings it back to life, but it does give it a renewed look, almost like how it looked in the morning. So I have loved these. I've sent them out as holiday gifts to many people. And big fan, big fan. All right, is that it for skincare? Yes. Now let's move on over to foundation. The biggest change for me in foundation this year, which caused a little panic attack, and probably some of you guys as well, was the All Hours foundation that changed formulas. I think mid-year, was that like August, I think? Yeah, because I bought a bunch of them at Sephora when they went on sale of the old formula, thinking that there was not going to be a new formula. And now there is, so I have a supply of the older ones. But this stuff, fear not, this is better than the original. It contains hyaluronic acid. The colors I think match just as well. You just have to find your new color. But the way this looks on the skin, I think it's a combination for me between having this moisturizer on under it and then this. I started wearing them about the same time. So they're probably both contributing to the new love I have for my foundation. But I have used this under some of these other foundations that I'm going to share with you, and my foundation also looks good. So I think that moisturizer has helped a lot, but this new foundation is no reason to panic. And if you're looking for a foundation that looks good on mature skin, that's more of a full coverage, but buildable, matte finish, this YSL, love. It's probably the #1 on my list, but it's kind of cheating because it was #1 on my list last year, and it's the foundation I've used for years. This just now happens to be the latest version of it. But while we're talking about foundation, you gotta love the new House Labs by Lady Gaga. This Triclone foundation is really nice for mature skin. It comes in over 51 shades, which for a new brand to come out with 51 shades is really a testament to their commitment to diversity and for allowing women of all different shades to look and feel their best. It's a light coverage. It is very buildable. It's a good everyday, I don't want to look like I have a bunch of makeup on makeup, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean. This is perfect for that. And this was a really good find this year. And they rebranded halfway through the year from House Labs to House Labs by Lady Gaga. I'm not a big fan of celebrity branded makeup, but this one, very, very impressive. And the next foundation that I found really impressive this year was the True Match Nude by L'Oreal. In the summer, I prefer to wear more of a sheer to medium coverage, and that's where I've really found this to be the case. This also has that 1% hyaluronic acid. So if you're looking for an affordable, I don't want to say cheap, it's not a cheap formula at all. It's by L'Oreal. It's a good quality. It lasts all day. It's great for those of us with dry skin because of that 1% hyaluronic acid. So I've really enjoyed this one, and it's definitely one of my keepers of the year. And of all the primers that I tried this year, I really love this Tatcha Silk Canvas. It's a nice, you can see I just take a little bit out like this. You just need the smallest amount, and where I find this the most helpful is to blur the appearance of my pores around my nose and that sort of orange peel texture around my chin. If I press this primer into those pores and around this area down here where it's a little bit more textured than I'd like it to be, let that sit there for a minute and then put the foundation on over it, and not rub it per se, because then I feel like you're pushing that primer around, but really press it in with a stiffling brush. I think this just leaves a beautiful finish to the skin, very smooth, almost a blurring effect. It doesn't market itself as a blurring primer, but when you apply it that way, I definitely can see some blurring effects to it. So next, moving on to blush. I tried a lot of blushes this year. I'm a cream blush fan. It's my favorite, but I didn't find one that topped the list this year. What topped the list this year was the Natasha Denona My Dream Collection Cheek Trio. And the reason I have loved this trio is this color it's what I have on today. It's just so flattering on so many different skin tones. I've tried it on a lot of different friends, and some of them have picked it up themselves. A friend of mine that's got darker skin, she loves this. I've loved it for a lot of reasons. That's one of them. Another reason why I love it is because this center one it's cream. It's a cream highlight, and if you have more mature skin, on the dry side, a cream highlight is so flattering compared to a powder highlight, and that's what this third one is a powder highlight. When you wear the 3 of these together with that cream first, then you put that blush over it, and then you put the powder to set it, it is stunning, and it's stunning that lasts all day. That's the way I've applied it today. I have this one on first, and then that blush, and then I just put a little tiny bit of this on with my favorite brushes, which is the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the brush that I use. This is a 503. This is the brush that I use for powder highlight because, let me switch hands. I'm trying to do that left-handed. I have no idea what that would turn out like. Because of the size of this brush, again, it's the A503, it deposits just the right amount of highlighter for our more mature skin. It allows you to be real precise with it. I like to do highlight in a C, but then I try to skip just this area right here because of some crow's feet, and I don't want to highlight those. It allows you to put on highlighter with precision. There you go, BK Beauty and Angie Hot and Flashy. There's a new tagline. It allows you to apply your highlighter with precision, and that is absolutely accurate. So I have loved using these brushes. I actually have 2 of the A503s. That's why they had to be in this video, because I love them so much. I use one for the highlighter. I actually think I have 3 of these. Where's the other one? Because I use one for the highlighter, and then the other one is a perfect blending brush after you've put all of your eyeshadow on. I love it for that. It's just the right size for my eye with the crease and where I need to move shadow and where I don't want shadow to go. It's perfect for that. The other BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy brush that I've loved is this A507. This is a perfect blush brush in my opinion because of that angled brush and how fluffy the bristles are. It just goes really nicely right across your cheekbones where you want to deposit that blush without depositing too much blush. And I've used this with this blush for probably, I don't know, 4 months whenever this palette first came out. This brush has put on this powder over this creamy highlight, and yet the bristles still are in really good shape. So to me, that says a lot about the quality of this brush. And again, it's just such a nice, perfect fit for where I need that blush to go. But if that trio kit is not an option for you, the other powder highlighter, you guys, this is not a surprise, is this Stilla Kitten. What can I say about this other than it looks like a powder and but it goes on like a cream. It is so beautiful. I wear this sometimes just with a little bit on my eyes as a eyeshadow, just to give a little bit of a brightness to the eyelid. And then I'll put a little bit of it on in this area. I'll put a little bit right through here, and then I'll put a little bit right in the corner of my eyes. This stuff is beautiful. It's very silky. It has been definitely a game changer in my makeup application. I wear it all year long, so that's definitely a gotta have. So once you put on all that makeup, then we want to set it. And my best find this year, this Makeup Forever Mist and Fix setting spray, is been my new setting spray. I've been a big fan of e.l.f. setting spray. It has a nice coconut smell. This I think just lasts a little bit longer, and I use it to prep my skin, and then I use it at the end to set my skin. And I just feel like, yeah, I feel like you know what I think? And I think the reason I like it better than the e.l.f., and I have a lot of e.l.f. products. We've got one coming up here in a second. But I think that the nozzle allows the mist to come out in a much finer mist spray, so that after I've put on my makeup and I spray this, I don't see bigger droplets of this solution on my face. Where I think sometimes with the e.l.f. one, after I spray it, I can look back and go, oh, there's where it landed, there's where it landed, and it's just not as flattering. This is a big find for me. So if you need a new setting spray, that might be the one for you. All right, in terms of lip products this year, my 3 favorite that I've found that I've really enjoyed is this one by Fenty Beauty. And you guys, I'll link, again, all this below so you don't feel like you have to keep track of any of it. And I'll categorize it by eyes, lips, foundation, so it's easy for you to find. But Fenty Beauty, the reason I've loved this one is because if you are looking for a gloss that is a really pretty color, let me just put it over, that isn't sticky, this is why I love this. The color lasts a really long time until you drink something or eat something, but until that point it stays on, it stays true to its color, it doesn't bleed into those fine lines. But the most important to me for a gloss is I don't get my hair stuck in it. It's not sticky. I can go kiss my husband and then don't feel like I've left this just glob of goo on him. I love Fenty Beauty. I think the formula is just thick enough to give you that nice high shine look, but not so thick that everything sticks to it. So that's a good find. The next 2, that lip liner and lipstick combo that I have reached for all year, is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. Now, the I Need a Nude collection came out in the beginning of the year, and then she rebranded some of them with her My Dream collection. So this iconic nude of hers, this I Need a Nude lip pencil called Natasha, and this lipstick called Natasha. You might see these look different because they might be in her original collection, and then they came out later in this sort of taupey with black spots My Dream collection. So if you're like, no, Jodi, that's not I Need a Nude in Natasha, it is. It's just repackaged in her My Dream collection, which also matches her cheek trio in the same pattern, and which has been really great. The other product that came with this collection was the eyeshadow. I did pick it up, but I had to be honest with myself when I was really going through all these products and say, I've reached for that one, but I've reached for this one the most. So while this was not a 2022 purchase, this was a last year's purchase, maybe even the year before. You know, if you're looking for a good Natasha Denona palette and you're not sure which one you would use, what I can say is that between the Retro palette and the I Need a Dream collection palette, this is the Glam palette, and this is the one that hands down I use. If you're not sure you want to spend that much money and get all the different palettes in her collection, the My Glam palette is for sure the one that I just think not only do I reach for it more, but I think it's probably more universally friendly because it has more neutral tones. The retro palette is more on the rose colored, warmer, pinky side. And then the My Dream collection is far more bright colors. There's some like a mustard color in there. It's really pretty. You just got to get creative with it. And I didn't want to stay creative every single day. This was just more of a good everyday eyeshadow palette. To finish off the eyes, and I think to finish off the list here, is my two favorite mascaras. And you guys, this one by Makeup Forever, the Professional, that comes in the two sides. It's got this really skinny small brush for step one, which I love for not only my upper lashes, but my lower lashes. And then this is the step two. This is the thicker side. This has been a game changer in my makeup routine. I've been an Idol by Lancome mascara person since it came out. So what's that been, 2-3 years? And this one has replaced that mascara for me, which if you know me in mascara, that's huge. That is huge to bump out the #1 spot. And then the other one that I reach for, and I've been kind of combining these on days where I want a big fluffy lash, I will wear this one, let it dry, and then I'll go over it with Big Mood by e.l.f. This one I bought at the drugstore probably 4 months ago. And that brush does exactly what you would expect it to do. It coats every lash that you have. And as we get older, my lashes are a little bit more sparse. This just makes it appear as though every lash that I have is a fatter lash. So I don't need as many lashes, which I don't have anymore, to give me a big fluffy, cool light eyelash look. That's where this has come in handy. The one thing I will say about this is you just have to cover this with a waterproof mascara to seal it, if you will, or you will get some transfer underneath your eyes. And if you wear glasses, then as you know, that seems to just look larger because it's seen through the magnification of your lenses. So really, if you wear glasses, you want to keep that part as clean as possible. And that's where sealing this mascara in with a good waterproof is critically important. And for waterproof mascara, I'm still loving the Lancome Defensals waterproof. This came out about 6 months ago, I think. And I seal any mascara that I wear, I seal it with this mascara. Whew, all right, so that is a lot of shopping this year to narrow it down to just these top, I think there's 23 products here in the skincare, hair care, and makeup areas that I wanted to share with you guys because I share a lot of products with you all year long. These are truly the best of the best and game changers for me. So if you're looking for a couple new products, or if you're just wanting a recommendation, that's where I can say any of these are my top favorite, and you'll see me using them in tutorials well into 2023. I hope that helps you identify some products that you might be on the market for. And until I see you guys next time, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.